Hello, today we're going to learn how to load in a CSV file or an Excel file, perform some basic data cleaning tasks just to be able to create a very simple visual. So what I've got here is some sales data, which is a little bit messy. We're working in Excel. We could change them, but when we have thousands and thousands of rows of data, it's not so easy. So we're going to use Power BI's built-in data transformation tool called Power Query to be able to perform some of these manipulation tasks we may want to perform on a large data set. So the first thing to do is we're going to load this into Power BI. So let's save this file just to the updated version, and we're going to bring it into Power BI desktop. So I had that saved as a CSV, so I'm going to click the CSV on the get data, but if it was an Excel workbook, you can bring it in as an Excel workbook. So let's open that, and we're going to open it. It's loading. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit messy. We haven't got the column headers that we want, and there's a couple of data issues. So we're going to click the transform data button here. And the first thing that I notice is that we haven't got the desired column headers. We want the column headers that are shown in row 2, but we've got these kind of generic column headers loaded in, and then we've got this kind of table title that was brought in. So thankfully in the home tab on the transform pane, there is a use first rows headers button. We're going to click this once, and then we're going to click it one more time to get what was row 2 as the headers. So the next thing that I'm not so happy about is we can see there's this kind of value in the region column, which we don't want. It's all capitalized. And we could just have gone into the Excel sheet and manually change this, but this might, one, be hard, not so easy to spot when you're working with thousands of rows of data, and two, would take a long time. But thankfully, we can just right click on this column and click transform and capitalize each word. And if you watch out there, yep, that's gone to the format that we want. If we hadn't changed that, when we brought this into the actual visualization tools, it would have recognized there was 5 regions: north, east, west, south, and capitalized south, which isn't good. The next thing that I notice is it looks like there's some duplicate values. We've got orders IDs 1 through 20, and then it looks like 5 and 6 are appeared. So what we're going to do that is we're going to go into the home tab again. I'm going to click remove rows, and there's a remove duplicates button. And if you watch, now there's something to learn from. I had this column selected, so I removed the duplicates of this column. So I'm just going to remove that. Make sure I don't have one column selected just by clicking about, and then remove rows, remove duplicates, and if you watch the last 2 rows, they should disappear. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the data. I'm just going to check the data types now. So this is a text here. Yeah, text, order date, make sure that's a date. Yep, it is. Customer name's text, text. Oh, got a decimal number here. The sales amount, I would ideally like it to be in a currency, but we're working in the data transformation Power Query tool, so we can't currently bring that into a currency, but decimal number is the correct format. And then this is a profit margin percentage. We've got 20% and 15%. It's a number, but I want to make sure it's a percentage. So when I click that, it multiplies it by 100. It's kind of lost its meaning because I did have it in a percentage. It just wasn't stored as a percent. But what I want to do to fix this is divide each value in this column by 100. So what I can do is go into the transform tab, go into the number column pane, standard, and divide. And then if I now type in 100 here, it should divide each value by 100. Yeah, so we're back to that 20% that we were looking for. So I'm pretty happy with this. So let's create a simple little visual to see what we can do. So I'm going to go home, I'm going to close and apply, and I'm now in a report view. So bringing it in, it's just loading in. Sometimes this can take a while. Shouldn't take too long though. And we're just going to create a very simple visual showing the sales data. So let's just bring in a bar chart, column chart, and if we bring into the x-axis, let's just bring in the regions, and we want the y-axis to be the sales amount, and then I guess we could have a little legend showing the product category. So this shows how the sales are distributed. I guess one thing to notice is, as I was saying, I want it in a currency, but I couldn't change it into a currency in Power Query. But what I can do is click on it in here and sales amount, and then you can bring it into a currency here. So if I just have it as maybe £1 sterling, that updates in the table, and it should also update on the visualization. Yeah. So there's some of the simple things that you can do when you, and you can, I hope you can see how this could apply to large data sets. Thank you.